everybody, and welcome back to my junk journal. I just want to tell you about, I had a really awesome weekend. It is Sunday of the weekend, and last week I was talking to my mom, and she always comes and stays over here, and then we'll do stuff together. But this time I thought, you know what, I should go stay at her place once in a while and just let me be in her world for a while. I know when seniors get older, they're quite lonely, and it's kind of nice if you go and stay with them. So I did that. So Friday night, my husband and I headed over there, and we decided to go to a movie, and we went to see the movie The Help. And I just have to tell you that that movie is outstanding. If you get a chance, if you don't get a chance to see any other movie this year, don't miss The Help. It was very moving, and seeing it with my mother was very moving, knowing our history. My own grandmother, it only goes back that far, but she was the help for some people. And to know that that was going on in the 60s, which was during my lifetime, and I can remember those things. My great-grandmother, Mary, I've mentioned before, she was a nurse midwife, but she was also a servant, and the little boy that you see in this picture grew up to be a U.S. Senator. And so we all have a history of ancestors, a lot of strife and struggle, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be who we are right now. They are the ones who paved our way for us to be able to be free and to be able to fly and make decisions and do whatever we want. So we should always remember that and keep that in mind. So this page that I'm going to do is in honor of all those who came before me. And particularly, I know there were a lot of men that came before me and did a lot, but my page here is dedicated to the women that came before me. Just hang on, I'm trying to get my camera so you can see what I'm doing here. So on this page, it had polka dots on it, the background already. So I'm just added this little piece of, this is a Mariposa piece of paper, and it's got some butterflies in it. So if you can see that. So what I'm first going to do is, actually, no, I'm going to do the wings first. So I cut these angel wings out with the Sizzix die cut with Big Shot, and then I'm going to paint them in kind of a peachy color, a little mix of this orange and this pink, as a tribute to my mom, because that is her favorite color is orange. And you should see her place. It is fab. It was so cool going through her house. And you know how you make things for people? You make cards or mini books or whatever, and sometimes you don't really get a chance to see what they do with them, if they keep them or throw them out or whatever. And it was just amazing to see how much my mother has cherished every single card that I have given her. She had them all over her place. It was just like, I was like, oh my goodness, like just so amazed and shocked that she had all the mini books, all the cards that both me and my daughter, because my daughter makes cards as well, had made her, and they meant so much to her. And so, you know, sometimes just the little things you do, you don't think you're making that big of a difference, but you are. So what I'm doing here is I'm just mixing some pink and orange together to kind of make it a light peachy color, so I can make a nice little peach for these angel wings here. So that looks really, really pretty. So while I was at my mom's after the movie, I spent the night with my mom. And then on Saturday, she had a whole bunch of things that she needed to do, and she needed a little bit of help with, so I went and did all that with her. But we had fun looking through her jewelry and stuff, and so she gave me the most amazing thing. I'll show it to you before my hands get covered in paint. This here, this watch, was my Aunt Mary's watch, and as many of you know, I am a doula, and to know that she used this watch pinned on her lapel to time all the labor contractions of the women that she was working with, and so my mom thought it would mean a lot to me because I too birth babies, and I'm going to pass this on to my daughter, who also is a doula and does the same thing. And this right now is probably close to 120 years old. And I was like, wow, wow, wow. I absolutely, absolutely love this. What a beautiful, beautiful gift. So my mom gave me that. So just a simple little weekend of just hanging out with my mom was magical. It was awesome. And seeing the movie, and everybody in the movie is so, so, so amazing. And the story, it doesn't matter what your descent is, whether you're African American or not. We all know, like I mentioned before, that people had to come before us in order for us to have the kind of life that we have right now. So I am just going to dry these with my heat gun, and I will be right back. Okay, so my wings are all dry. So what I did is I took a paper doily here, and I'm just going to use this as a bit of a stencil because I want to kind of get the image of the doily onto the wing. So I'm just going to maybe take about that much, and then I'll tape it on the other side here. And I'll try and do it so it doesn't bleed through very much. The reason I'm doing these wings is because of all the people that passed before us. They allowed us, like I said, to be free and fly. And so our duty is to find our wings and do just that. So that's what I want to put on my page, is these wings. So I'm going to take just a little bit of white paint here. And I'm going to try to dry brush it so it doesn't bleed through. Because the last time I did a stencil, it kind of bled through. So I'll dab it on instead of brushing it. And what inspired me to do this page was the song that called The Living Proof. It's beautiful. I'm going to put the link in the down bar so you can go and listen to it. Beautiful. Ooh, that's pretty. It's very, very delicate and very, very soft. Look. Isn't that pretty? So what I'm going to also do is take some paint and just sort of like when you ink around something, but I'm just going to do it with paint, just around the edges a little bit. And I'm going to take some glue and just put a little bit of glue around the wing, and then dip it in some diamond glaze because I think that would be really pretty. I'm just using that Aleene's tacky glue. And I'll just run it around really fast, quickly around the edges here. So I just did a really fine stream of glue, and I took diamond dust. I think I called it diamond glaze. I never get names right. And I'm just going to dip it in there. And we'll just let that dry while I finish the rest of the page. Okay, and while my wings are drying, that Mariposa paper that's got the faint butterflies in the back, again, I want to pay homage to all the beautiful women that have passed before me, and just to, the best way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take a whole bunch of different journal writers here, so I'm going to do it in different scripts and printing and everything. And I'm going to start and say, I am the daughter of, of Marianne, who is the daughter of, and just go on like that as far back as you can remember, of Ida, daughter of Mary, daughter center up, and then dot, dot, dot. And I glue it on. Figure out where my wings are going to go. So I haven't glued my wings down just yet because I want to put some words down here and I want to make sure I get them down. And I'm putting the words, I'm the living proof, because we all are the living proof. No matter what kind of strife or struggles we go through, and we think we cannot go on anymore. We just can't go on anymore. We know that we can. We just have to pull up our socks, dust off our wings, and fly. And know that those that came before you had their own personal strifes and struggles. Some were worse than ours. Their hardships, they're just different kind of hardships. But you are the living proof. There you are. You're here. You're surviving. So I want to put, I'm the living proof. This painting that I asked my husband to recreate for me, and it is in the front of our entrance when you come into the house. It's the first thing you see, and it is a recreation from a painting that was in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and it shows a family picking cotton. They're just coming back from having picked cotton on a very, very hot day, and I'm sure they had to work very, very, very hard. And it's just a reminder to me every time I walk in the house of what my ancestors had to do in order for me to live in suburbia where I live right now. And it's a reminder, I've told that to my kids, and just never forget where you came from. When you've been super successful, you can't forget who got you there. What I'm going to do is put my pretty wings right there. And then the doily that I used to stencil the wings here, it was in the garbage, and then I looked down and I thought, you know what, if I just crumple this up and tuck it here, I can make flower out of it. So I'm going to do that and stick a pearl in it. And I'll be right back. So here's my finished page. I made a flower with 2 pieces of that, like I said, the stenciling stuff, and I stuck a little black pearl in there. I think they're Martha Stewart, these ones, and I got them for $2, so I just stuck a little black one in there. And then I just took a little bit of Rub and Buff Gold and just kind of brushed it all over randomly, anywhere, oops, in here, just to give it a little, tie it all together, I guess. So there's my page. I'm the living proof. So whenever you're going through any kind of personal struggle, no matter how big or how small, and you just think, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I can't go on, just look at yourself and look at all of us. We are the living proof the struggles and pains that our ancestors went through was worth it, because we're worth it. So I hope you like my page, and get a chance, if you get a chance, please go see the movie The Help. It's really, really good. And we'll see you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.